Okay, we're about to get started. Let me just make sure everything's good, and we'll get underway. I had to do a bit of setup, crossing check-ins, all that. Been like, we got 5 people for this one. We're gonna do a round robin. So we'll get 5 rounds, and we'll get it going. Okay, so we're gonna be starting off with Neko and Jam versus Neko versus Jam. And we got, I believe that is Game Freak versus Villa. So let's set that out. I'll watch that. Okay, cool. So I'll do my best to commentate once again. See how that goes. Are these gonna be best of 5s? Same rules as always. And it's gonna be waiting for the match to start, and we'll see how it goes. Ah, right. Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay, choosing them sick beats, and we are about to start. Alright, so we got, what we got here? Is this Suguri? Suguri Saki, my bad. Alright, so yeah, Game Freak does play Saki. It's been a while since I've seen them, been all the time. And Filibuster obviously going out with the Suguri again, just like always. Filling up the heat, moving around all the time. Gonna try and just stay out of Game Freak's range, because once Game Freak gets in and gets a huge combo off, those are taking massive damage with how they play, with how much heat they tend to gain all the time. Even just like little hits, but I mean, Filibuster's forced Game Freak to get a lot of heat up and already dealing a lot of damage with just a few straight hits you can get. Looking to play right on the steel game. Big combo coming up from Game Freak, gonna deal a sizable amount of damage. Ooh, gonna combo into the bell. Actually gonna catch Filibuster, and it's really just gonna melt them instantly. That's kind of like really dangerous with Saki. It's very rushed down character, in my opinion, with all the tambourines, a lot of stuns. So we got a lot of hit stuns going on there, so you gotta really be careful versus them. Going right back into it. So I'm expecting a similar matchup. It's really just gonna be a matter of if Filibuster can survive long enough to chip down Game Freak. Otherwise, Game Freak's eventually gonna find their way in and just deal so much damage that it's just gonna like completely turn around whatever matchup it is. I mean, whatever the game state is. Because honestly, it's just like when you're staying at such high heat all the time, you really just cannot afford to get hit like at all because you're just taking so much damage. It's like 3 times the amount of damage normal, I believe. Well, maybe 4 times. Whatever 3% means in the context of this game, I honestly don't even know. Just know that it needs a lot of damage. Alright, so Game Freak already has a Cell Hyper on hand. Not gonna go for it, just gonna try and put Big Bang Bells on the screen. That's what that's called. I don't know if it's a Cell Hyper or not, honestly. It's been a while since I looked at the names. But anyway, The spirit bombs. Those things. Yeah, you gotta watch out for those. They put a lot of pressure on the map. The bigger they are, you gotta have to like really just dance around them for the duration. Get a shield up if you have to go through them. It can force a lot of meter, it can force a lot of trapping situations, which Saki is kind of aiming for. Like, look how he's like trying to sandwich herself between the spirit bomb and herself, so she can get all these stun combos in. But Filibuster has been doing a good job of chipping down Game Freak, using those sword waves to just really keep them out, get good chip damage in, because Game Freak's also spending a lot of heat trying to just get in and keep up. So honestly, trying to just find a way to cool down potentially, but wants to stay on the offense. Kind of hard to find a good balance there. Okay, so yeah, I was right in that. That's good. Anyway, could potentially see some meter ward here. Game Freak is putting on a lot of meter. Really wants to try and use it to start getting damage off, because at this point they really just need to find some good trades for themselves. They're gonna find a good one here. Filibuster has no way to gold shield out of that, but is gonna survive for now, barely actually. Wow. Okay, so just a few more hits. Game Freak getting so close to the comeback, just not quite enough, unfortunately. Yeah, Suguri is a little small thing. That is true. Fun facts. Very short. Very fragile. Because, damn, that's a lot of damage. Really think about it. Just from stupid ass instruments, you know. But anyway, classic little Tambo combo. Just start off, getting another one. Probably Saki's best tool, just to like really start the combos you just do in lab all the time. This is like the premier lab character in my opinion that you just go into training mode all the time with, getting huge damage, just keeping the momentum up for most of this game so far. Filibuster really needs to make that change fast, but unfortunately, Game Freak's able to just roll through that one really quick, you know, all Marvel style, taking him out in like 20 seconds. I mean, in terms of fighting game, you know, I think Akuma would go down easy, but he goes down easy in Street Fighter. Who knows? Anyway. Yeah, dashing around the entire stage just normal. We're gonna see a lot from Filibuster whenever you watch them play here. Then we're gonna catch them. Look how much damage it is. That's like 3 hits. You really have to be careful sometimes. It's kind of a playstyle choice, but honestly, it's more optimal to just find ways to cool down sometimes. But it is more fun to just keep dashing around all the time. Double gold shield coming out, trying to prevent some damage. Big heavy trades coming out for these two players here. Gonna try and keep some distance, maybe get some way to cool down, build up some meter. You haven't been seeing Game Freak use the Cell Hyper. Probably doesn't need to on this character, just wants to have as many defensive options when needed to, and having the expense cost of house money just throw out those spirit bombs. But right now, looking like a pretty even game, creating a lot of hits on each other. Good poke from Suguri, meanwhile Saki gets in and deals some damage here and there. See a bit of a dash in there, has to burst out. Ooh, wow, getting catch him with the Tambos a bit, but really not going to do too much to Filibuster here. Really trying to just find the sword waves, probably the best tool to keep out a lot of the more melee-oriented characters. Gotta do a good job of dashing around those light balls there. But next hit is probably gonna win. No one has any defensive meter, but gonna ride right into the bomb. Game Freak, pretty sure that's it. I believe that was 3-1. Man. A good showing to start off there. Both players doing a lot of heavy trading. That's going to be 3-1 for Filibuster. I don't know if Neko and Jam is still going on. Ask about that. Maybe they didn't start and they were just confused. Let's just see what's going on here. Oh. Okay. Because I think we're gonna need both those players, unless... Let's just catch it up. Yeah. Alright, so let's just catch it up here. We'll get an extra match in to watch. Always good. So, what we got here? We got another Saki, and we got Kyoko. So you don't really see a lot of Kyoko players. Very defensive oriented. Kinda just sits in the corner, throws out crystals, makes it harder to go in. Meanwhile, Saki is gonna want to go in, so it's gonna be pretty difficult to find that option. I mean, as you can see, I mean the Tamla's gonna do like some things. It's gonna deal a lot of stun on Kyoko, but really have to like find ways to convert. Gonna try and do it there, but the burst is gonna allow Necromancer to just run out of there. But a big hit out of the Spirit Bomb. Gonna try and keep converting on it. Really long combo. Neko has to really just wait until they get the burst option and just use it, because you get some really long combos out of Saki if you either get lucky enough or get it correctly. Like you see on the bomb there was very well positioned in terms of like comboing in. So that's why I really wanted to keep meter against Saki, just because those long combos gonna deal a lot of damage if you're high in heat. But Kyoko doesn't really need to, but is doing so. Was it high heat? Eventually, just at some point, you're just gonna poke down Saki if she isn't able to get in time. The Necromancer is gonna take that pretty convincingly so far. Always tough to get into Kyoko, but that's kind of like the whole point. One of those like more defensive oriented zoners, even in the game that's like more full of zoners. I don't expect we'll see a switch. It's like most people do tend to just stay at one character. Some people have multiple, but yeah. It'll probably be a similar strategy from Necromancer. Jam just has to find more ways in immediately before Necromancer can really set up, and it's doing so far. Really just keeping all the pressure on. You really just have to keep it up. All these stuns coming out. Necromancer just not even able to get a good meter in. These are some really long combos out of Jam right now. Very good, keeping up with all this pressure. So able to do that, to take 2 of the first bars very quickly. One more of those and it could be the game, but Necromancer does have the meter on hand now. Jam has to be careful next time going in because the defensive option is there. But now that Necromancer's used it, you have an option to go in, and you're going to see double Spirit Bombs onto Necromancer. You're going to absolutely melt them. So, huge difference in showing. Kind of like the idea behind like what Kyoko's all about, like what a lot of zoners and fighting games are. Either you're just going to shut out the rushdown all game, or rushdown gets in and you're never getting out. Yeah, so even despite the Saki working that second time, they're just gonna take the house money and play Sham now. I don't know too much about the Sham buffs. I think she's okay now. She's not like one of the worst escape characters ever anymore, at the very least, so that's good. And gonna try and just not push their luck, outzone the Kyoko potentially. But we're actually going to see a counter switch to Iru here. So, Iru for Sham is probably going to be tough, I would imagine, because you just have to time your snipes well, put crap on the screen. But honestly, I have no idea. I don't really see either of these characters very often, especially Sham. You never really saw Sham until like the semi-recent beta changes that like made her not completely unviable. So the whole idea is that you just put crap on the screen and just like make it really tough for the opponent to like get a footing in. As you see, like Necromancer has very high heat, just trying to dodge all of Sham's projectiles and drones. But outside of that, that's really all you have to do. So it's kind of okay sometimes. You can see a lot of trades though, but if you're not really careful, you're gonna be taking a lot of damage from Sham if you're getting hit by all these stray bullets, as you can see from Necromancer. So the Euro pick is not really working out here. Yeah, I'm really just like playing pretty safe, feeling pretty comfortable, just controlling all the space on the screen, and eventually it's gonna choke out Necromancer here. Yep. Yeah, so she is still the worst, but honestly, if you're not like at the highest echelon of play, like where you can just like dodge everything and just like know what she's gonna do, it can be pretty hard sometimes. So I don't know if they know if it's best of 3, best of 5. They probably didn't know that. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Hmm? Yeah. Okay. Maybe I got the characters mixed up? I don't know. Whatever. If both players agree, let's just move on. Alright, so... That's not what I saw. Whatever. So I got... Next round is starting. Jam and Game Freak versus... and... Oh god, what am I talking about? You already saw it. So we'll probably check out Triple and Neko. We didn't get to see Triple yet, so... See how they play. So we'll see how Necromancer bounces back against Triple. Triple is very hard rush down with the Sora, so you just really want to keep in, don't let Kyoko out at all, immediately get on the pressure. Exactly what you want to expect from Sora. Wow, just doing these double melee loops. I've never seen that really. Very interesting. Because eventually the lunges are going to run out, so you're just going to try and keep pushing up that damage. I haven't seen that from Triple before, so I'm not sure if that's new or not, but doing it to very good effect against Kyoko and just gonna completely rush them down until they lost all of their health. Just absolutely annihilation. All these stun loops, not getting enough meter to just break out and potentially set up, and it's just super, super fast. So both games were super fast. Had a Saki mirror on the other end, so I don't imagine one of them just rolled the other. It's what's funny about rushdown characters in this kind of game. It's just like, I was gonna take a lot of damage. Gonna switch to Iru. Obviously, Kyoko did not do anything that game, but probably not gonna be too much different. Both are kind of zoners, so once you're in, it's just like, man. Okay, gonna get some kind of footing there. Get Triple on the mine, but Triple's immediately back in with the gold shield, and that's gonna do it. Really just like big combo to death. You know, as some games just tend to be, it's just insta kill. You know, good old Tekken rounds, as you would say sometimes. Just completely beat up one character. In a best of 3. So we'll see if we get one more of those, or if Necromancer can figure something out here. Try and get some kind of footing, because Triple has gotten in immediately both times, and that's really what you do not want for Triple. However, Triple is going to find another way in, going to be able to finally break out Triple, but Triple's just going to keep running into Necromancer, and really just having a problem just getting any kind of footing. Going to be able to just use the gold shield, but now you don't have another shield for when Sora gets back in, and that's going to be the hard part. Going to be playing Dancing Around the Mine. It's going to be a valiant effort, but Triple is going to take it in a very, very quick 3-0. Nothing to feel bad about. Triple is one of the best players in the community, so really nothing too crazy. But man, it's really tough sometimes when you see like really good players in rushdown in fighting games, because it just looks like you can't do anything. So we'll switch over to this Jam Game Freak match. Check out some of this Saki mirror. I don't know what game this is, but we'll see how it goes. Similar moves to start off, but her first Hamlet is going to land onto Jam. And I'm just going to be chucking around these projectiles, hoping that one lands in such a way that they can follow up with a big combo. Game Freak is at the higher heat, however, so that's something to keep in mind as they take about half their health already. So pretty big damage coming off from Jam. Jam is really getting the footing in. This could be death. The gold shield does come out. Both shields are gone, so once Jam gets in, this is going to be over. Game Freak really has to be careful and just try and constantly win trades, but gonna get hit by another Tambourine, and that's gonna do that match. So another very quick match. Rushdown Suguri is one of the echoons of this game sometimes, depending on the characters. It's very matchup oriented, but man, it's funny. Yeah, so that's gonna do that. Like Jam has beaten Game Freak 3-0. So we'll watch. We have Filibuster versus Jam, and then we have Triple versus Game Freak. We'll check that out. Okay. Alright, so right into round 3. Yeah, these tournaments go fast sometimes. The games aren't really too long, even for best of 5s. I mean, to be honest, this has even been quick, even for Suguri standards. We're already into round 3. It's been like 15 minutes maybe, so that's kind of crazy. Been a lot of mostly 3-0s, if not 3-1. Very quick matches too. But we're gonna see Rushdown versus Rushdown, and you're gonna see that Zaki can actually like do a lot of stun to Sora once she gets in, have that tab to go around Triple, and is actually managing to stave him off pretty well. At least for now. Has the meter advantage, but Triple's still gonna be able to get the shield in. Game Freak really start like using that shield game to try and get around Triple, get some good punishes in. Gonna try and use that Spirit Bomb to like get some extra pressure and force Triple out at certain points. But you have to keep in mind you're using up your meter, and you want to have some defensive stuff as well. Because once Sora's in, you're taking a lot of damage, but at this point you have to just dodge with how low you are. So you can afford to keep your heat high. If you're getting touched, you're going to be dead anyway. But if Game Freak gets some good combos in, then they have a chance of bringing this back. Saki can deal a lot of damage extended, but now Triple's holding onto that shield. Once that happens, it's like you get a combo and they could just like break out and potentially combo you back if you don't have meter, and that's what the meter trades are all about really in this game. In any case, Triple's going to take that one. Anne's going to swap to Suguri. So I'm guessing that because Sora had a hard time coming in, you kind of just want to use the sword waves to end the pressure. Suguri can play Rushdown as well. Not as well as Sora, but she can definitely still do it. She has the melee range, she has the lunge loop, not the lunge loops, but like she does have lunge combos that she can utilize. However, Triple's going to play more of a zoning style. Doesn't want Saki to get anything in. However, Game Freak is going to find some good damage in, so it's going to be pretty even start off. Game Freak is at pretty high heat though, trying to just find movement to get in. Going to cool down a bit now. Kind of what you usually would want to do, just like take a break, cool down, put some stress out of the screen, limit your damage output. But Triple is going to find ways in here and there. Game Freak does have the all 3 meter, but Triple has a huge life lead, and that's going to do it. So Sword Waves going to take out Game Freak. Suguri can be pretty impressive sometimes. Sword Waves are very big projectiles. You have the speed, you have missiles. It's a very balanced character, so it can be difficult sometimes. Hopefully we're not too late. Okay. Just gonna be dancing around, putting Sword Waves on the map. I'm gonna actually extend the combo with the missiles, get a nice little combo there. Game Freak gonna answer back, but not very much. Yeah, so both players kind of just trying to play neutral. Game Freak's kind of just throwing tambourines out, but Triple's just staying in the longer range, basically just like out of Saki's range. Saki wants to be like mid-range most of the time, so the tambos actually land, you can find combos. But if you just stay out of it and just like weave in and out, it's like really hard for Saki to get anything going. She doesn't really have much range at all. The most she can do is like put those smaller ball projectiles on the screen. It takes a while for those to ramp up and even go after the opponent. So pretty quick 3-0 from Triple, showing off the Suguri Saki matchup. I would imagine it's not very good for Saki. Suguri can play mid-range, but she has the option of going out and playing some long-range game with the missiles, so it can be pretty tough for Saki to get much in. So yeah, another 3-0. We'll see how Jam and Filibuster are doing. The game is not over yet, so let's check in. Alright, so we're seeing Suguri Sham here. Jam's been going Sham since last set, I believe, so seeing how this is going to work. Filibuster has a lot of heat all the time, but good to be focused on dodging. Could be interesting. So far, neither player has gotten hit like at all after 20 seconds, which is very surprising. Pretty passive gameplay from both players here. Filibuster finally able to find something, but since Sham isn't really like dashing around all the time, she's slower anyway. You're not going to be building up a lot of heat, so it's not going to be dealing a lot of damage when it does hit. Ooh, big damage from that hyper there. Take about half a bar from Filibuster, forced to use the gold shield to get out of that weird situation. And just looking to find a way in, taking little chips of damage here and there. Ooh, gotta actually use this cell hyper. It's gonna hit, so that's gonna like kind of even it up. But Filibuster doesn't have the meter anymore. Gonna need to build that up again. Meanwhile, Jam is also low on meter, so not too bad of a trade. Just gets the extra damage while you can. It's like deceptively hard to dodge as a hyper sometimes. You really have to just be ready for it because they are unblockables, as in you can't gold shield them out of them. However, Filibuster finally taking some damage, getting a lot of chip in, and run into a drone, and that's gonna do it. So sometimes it's like you're a fly in like an electro web, you know, it's just like keep smacking around all these stupid little things. It'll be very tough. So I think that's gonna do it. Jam also 3-0ing Filibuster. So all 3-0s so far outside of one. Probably two, but whatever. Very tight, very quick games. So we're gonna see Triple and Filibuster here. We're gonna check out Neko and Game Freak, give Triple a break here. Probably come back to them after. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna see Sakayoko again. We saw this earlier with Jam, I believe. Anyway, so Game Freak trying to find that mid-range angle in. Is gonna find it, but like not really getting a whole lot of damage in. And Necromancer's just gonna like force him out with that more mid-range oriented attack while Game Freak has a lot of heat, so pretty dangerous situation. Like when you're on Kyoko, but you're not really hitting her, she can just easily force you out and do some damage. However, a big combo coming out from Game Freak. Necromancer even forced to use the gold shield kind of late. However, being at this high heat, all these little trades you're taking, it's gonna add up a lot more than the one big combo you did at lower heat. That's kind of like the idea of this game. You gotta take really smart trades, or else you're gonna get punished pretty hard. Yep. So Game Freak goes down. Necromancer is gonna be able to stave them off, despite getting run down a lot. Doesn't always matter. You can always just smack him away with that crystal attack. Reset the neutral a bit. Game Freak's gonna want to just run back in, and they just rinse, repeat until they're dead. Because they're at 300 heat. It's like. So we're gonna see them run back here. See if Game Freak can get more out of the rushdown opportunities. Gonna find some decent damage here. Take it about 3/4 of the bar. Gonna just keep running down. Exactly what you want to see. Want to get on that angle before Kyoko can build up meter. Has more angles. I mean, Necromancer has not been able to get a full meter to gold bar out of this at all. So very dangerous, and it's gonna take a lot of damage quickly. However, Game Freak does not want to take any more damage back. Slowly let Necromancer back in the game. So just keep running this down. Necromancer has used meter, and a lot of these stuns are just gonna get absolutely melted. Kind of exactly what you want to see from Saki. So another quick turnaround, pretty similar to the first set we saw with Saki Kyoko, and it was just like, yeah, we saw a decent amount. So good showing. We'll see who can come out on top for game 3, take the lead in the series. Finally something competitive here. But yeah, we're gonna see who can get into the neutral right away. Game Freak opting to stay out immediately. Not exactly what you want to do, I feel like, but gonna find the angle for Tamarine, get a good combo in, and is actually gonna win the trade. Gonna keep up the loops, force a gold shield, gonna just keep it rolling. Trying to find another opportunity to get in. It does eventually find it by getting hit. However, Necromancer sets neutral, but ends up running in, and you really just have to like really run away, get that meter on. Big combos. You see how that Spirit Bomb works in terms of just completely locking down the opponent that doesn't have shield. You really need shield versus Saki, or else you're just gonna die because the combo's just so long, so extended. She has plenty of ways to reset. She has plenty of ways to keep lockdown. What makes Tamarine so strong is probably the reason about this kit. So Game Freak really find their footing in versus Necromancer. Alright, so we're gonna see us try again. And Game Freak just keep up all this momentum they've been getting. Necromancer has been showing them out so far. The first few seconds at least. Ooh, Hambo is going to catch him, but being stuck in the crystal is really nice. A lot of these hitboxes are being enough to stay out Saki, and going to be able to get a gold shield after to get out of that combo. Really just needs to find a way to set up to dodge these Tamarines, but the Tamarines just keep catching Necromancer, and it just looks really bad because you just have to like eat all these massive combos. And look how much damage it's doing, even at low heat. Gotta run right into a corner where the Spirit Bomb's gonna reach you. Big Tampa combo coming out. Onto the melee loops as well. There is a very small chance of how much heat Game Freak has, but once they're in, it's just, yeah. So ever since game 1, Game Freak was able to figure it out. Really just keep rushing down Necromancer, and they had no answer. So Game Freak is going to take that one. We're going up to the final round already. I may just stream both of these, why not? We'll have Filibuster and Necromancer start out. Alright, so Filibuster opting to rush down immediately. And of course, you don't want Kyoko to really set up. Going to be able to just keep catching with these melee attacks. The toys are going to be able to break through Kyoko's defenses. I imagine that's a pretty strong option in this matchup, because even if Kyoko sets a bunch of crystals in the corner, he doesn't really have an option to deal with it. The sword waves, it's just going to go through it all, so Filibuster are going to be able to just keep rushing down Necromancer, really having trouble finding their footing. Game 2, we'll see if we get more of the same. Filibuster just dashing all the way around, trying to confuse the opponent, get in. You see these sword waves just like do not care about these crystals at all. It's really tough. Suguri can just keep running in, break through whatever defense Kyoko has. It's just really hard to really get any kind of setup right now. Philibus doesn't really have to care about heat. He just run in. Okay, some decent trade from the crystal coming out there. Gonna get hit by a raw laser, but not gonna be too bad. But at this point, you're down so much that it could be really tough. Yeah. Really just breaking through whatever Necromancer has to throw at Filibuster here. Kind of a struggle, to be honest. Can Necromancer come up with something to force a game 4? Or is it going to be in 3-0 for Filibuster here? Let's find it. Alright, so we're going to see the swap the Iru. Kyoko clearly not working, so just going to try and change up something, see if it works better. You have the Mind Stuns coming out from Iru. You can kind of control the stage with those, but just stay far away and poke. So a lot of these missiles on the screen, you can't really just dash. You can't dash through those ballistics, so can be kind of like suffocating at times. And it seems to be working a lot better so far. Actually staying ahead of Filibuster right now. Filibuster opting not for Gold Shield, wants to keep the meter, potentially go for a Cell Hyper win condition. However, it's just taking a lot of damage. You have to be careful. May look for, it's looking for an angle right now. He is actually going to get it, so that's big damage, but all it really does is just even up the game. But wow, okay. So the triple sword waves at 300% is actually just going to really melt the bar from Necromancer. So actually, going to just take it right there. So while it was working, Filibuster's Cell Hyper Win Con did work out, and they're going to take it 3-0. So we'll see triple versus. Alright, so we're gonna end it off on triple versus jam. I'm not sure if this is 2-win. I believe it is, actually. Both players have not lost so far, so this is gonna decide the tournament here, I believe. We'll see if jam can keep it up versus triple. See if they have a different strategy from Game Freak. Triple is gonna stay on the sword for it to start off at least. I really just try to stay away. You don't really want Sora to find opportunities to get in, so you want to just like establish something. Gonna corner triple actually, and get a massive combo. Gonna find the bomb into another bomb. Really just melt a lot of health from triple. So triple has to be careful going forward. Cannot afford to really get hit by Saki anymore because any of those could lead to a big combo just like that, and that's gonna do it. So Jam is gonna take game 1 from triple here. And this, I believe, is to decide the tournament. Yes, it is. So, basically, take this as grand finals. Triple is going to go for Suguri this time. Four didn't exactly work. Jam was playing around it pretty well. Kept it out, but Triple is now going to try and go back to the mid-range I was working earlier. However, Jam is going to get the first hit in, get a decent amount of damage, start off. Triple has to expend a lot of heat, just keep moving around, looking for ways to cool down potentially, but it's going to get caught in the middle here, so Jam is actually going to get a huge lead on the Triple right away. Yeah, Triple has not been able to find his footing here. Gonna put some missiles out, maybe look for Sword Awakening angle soon, but kind of just ignoring the heat at this point. Really just needs to find damage very soon before Saki gets too much meter. Gonna use the meter there, so he has an angle to find a way in, as long as he could dodge this. Actually, no, Jam already has another meter set up, so it's gonna be really tough for Triple here. Jam kind of just play safe for most of this, wait for Triple to have to go in, and then catch him with the Tamarine potentially. So as long as they don't get caught by much, Jam can just kind of choke out Triple eventually. So gonna throw out some Spirit Bombs here. Triple potentially playing for a Cell Hyper. May decide to just use Shield to go in. Has to go there, gets a little scared. Of course, any kind of straight hit could lead to a big combo. Gonna look for something there. He's not gonna be able to find anything on Jam right now. Jam's playing very well. Really just playing around whatever Triple has to offer. Gonna use the Hyper to really use a pseudo shield. Triple is now out of meter, so gonna try and find something with that. However, Jam feeling himself a little too much, not gonna be able to find much with that meter. However, it does have the meter advantage still. Gonna need to keep playing to advantage. However, Triple can find angles in. However, is taking a bit of shit damage here and there, so has to be careful. Really needs to keep your spacing really well. All these Tamarines, the Spirit Bomb, but the Tamarine is gonna catch Triple, has to Gold Shield. We're gonna see another neutral fight here. Triple actually going to find something on Jam. It's going to even out the game right now. However, Jam is going to find one more angle in to get the Hyper, and it's going to go 2-0. It is now on match point to win the tournament. Triple going to need a reverse sweep if he wants to win. And it should be a very exciting one based on that game too. We'll see if Triple can take it back. Maybe force even a game 5 potentially if we get to that point. We haven't had a game 5 all tournament. However, Jam is just one match away from winning the tournament, so any more wins will end it here. We'll see if Triple has any different strategy of getting in, or if they're just going to find a way. Jam going to force an early Gold Shield. Going to be able to just utilize that into getting some missiles on the screen. Not really going to do much though, you can just dash through that. Maybe a misclick, who knows, but... Anyway, just setting up those small balls, kind of like the way Asaki just like putting extra pressure on the screen, kind of like delayed. You kind of just like force it to combo your Tamarine essentially, but Triple playing a lot more a dead sub would say. Jam having a hard time to find much. Meanwhile, is taking a lot of shit damage themselves. In the mid range, not going to find anything, just going to put another Spirit Bomb out there. Potentially trying to sandwich Triple again. However, it's gonna get shut out by these sword waves, and Triple has a huge lead to start this one. Looking to force game 4. Gonna get caught out a little bit, however, gonna find the angle to shield up and just take out Jam while they're trying to combo Triple. So Triple is gonna force game 4 here. We're gonna see if he could take it to game 5. Looking for the reverse sweep here. Meanwhile, Jam looking to just win the game and get out of this tournament. No more mistakes from Triple side if they look at the win here. Gonna find an early lead once again. Meanwhile, Jam's looking to set up a little bit. Find that mid-range angle to throw a Tamarine out. However, not able to find it too much. Both players at no meter. Looking pretty close to start off. Not too much has happened yet. Kind of just dancing around both options. Both players playing very well to start this match off. Really what Saki wants to do here is just like try and bait Suguri into Tamarine while trying to sword wave and extend the combo from there. And while it's working in game 2, it has not been working here. Triple has been dodging pretty much everything, just staying out of range. Meanwhile, Jam has been stuck at high heat, getting chipped down by whatever stray bullets Suguri has to offer. However, has triple meter at this point. Gonna use it a little bit. Both players trading a bit of meter. Neither are gonna get too much out of it. I would say Triple wins the trade because of the Jam had to use 2 meter there. Gonna look for a half meter shield there. Not gonna find much with it. However, Saki taking more and more of this sword waves, just doing a lot of damage because of the heat. Needs to find some way to set up. Triple has been sitting pretty with this very low heat, just kind of dashing around all this stuff, doing stuff, utilizing the shield. However, Jam is gonna find something on the Triple, not gold shield, so big damage coming out from Jam. Gonna knew it EV'd up the game, is forced to gold shield eventually. So one more of those from Jam, and they can win the tournament right about now. However, gonna need to be careful. It's stuck at 300% heat, and not afford to get hit by Triple at all. So we'll see if you're really careful. Try and find the setups. Hope that something hits triple. Maybe they misstep somewhere. Both players have a meter to spare if they need to bullshit out of something. I would imagine they don't want to spend meter because of that. And anxiously awaiting one of the players to get hit. Did a really good job dodging all those missiles there. Kind of just saving meter. Gonna throw a pretty small Spirit Bomb out. Big damage from the sword waves though, so one more hit from triple should do it. However, Jam has shields to spare, so gonna be able to barely survive, get away with one, but triple gonna find the way in, try and use the meter to get there. Not gonna be able to do it. Jam is still alive for now, but is gonna get forced to game 5. Game 5, tournament point. Who is going to take it here? Can triple win with Suguri, or will Jam pull off the upset and win the tournament? Pretty similar start to last game. Gonna take a little bit of damage. Triple not really getting much. Relatively even so far. Jam has a small meter lead. Gonna find a Tambourine there. Triple is gonna gold shield as precaution, however, is down a full bar meter. Gonna run into the Spirit Bomb there. Gonna take a bit of damage, but not quite as much as Jam would like there. So, has the life lead, but it's very minuscule. Both players really just looking for something. Kind of just throwing stuff out there until something eventually lands. Hoping that some bait goes through. Jam's gonna gold shield to minimize damage from the triple sword waves. Obviously, that's got a Suguri's bait source of damage in this matchup, so has to really be careful of that. As you can see, it took a whole bar of life at 300%. Triple has a Cell Hyper ready if they want to use it. However, they also have a bunch of shields if they prefer to use it like that. Meanwhile, Jam's at half bar meter. Triple just gonna throw out a meter there. Gonna trade meter on the supers. Gonna run into the ball, and that's gonna force a gold shield. So triple has kind of wasted a bit of meter here, unfortunately, for them. Spirit Bomb coming out here. Jam hoping to find some kind of angle here. Not gonna really find much, but triple is gonna super to just kind of shield through it. Put some extra pressure on the map. Gonna throw out the Spirit Bomb there, avoid whatever damage Suguri had on them. Yeah, so kind of just using them as both offensive and defensive measures. Using supers also grants you a shield, so it's kind of just a way to do that. Dancing around the ball perfectly, getting around that pretty easily. And both players, 1 minute remains, and neither have exited their first health bar. So potentially looking for a timeout here. Both players are playing pretty safe. Obviously very stressful. Game 5, tournament point. All of it ends on this best of 1 here. Both players sitting on just about full meter. At this point, you gotta start thinking about timeout. Jam has to really find some damage in very soon, or else Triple could just keep dancing around here. It's been a long time since you've seen a timeout in this game, so this could be very interesting very soon if Jam doesn't find something. Triple is sitting on full meter. May just use it defensively. 25 seconds on the board left. Can Jam find something in? Really just looking to find something. Get in. Tambourine gonna land onto Triple, but not much is gonna deal with it. Really just need to find this out. Triple is gonna play for the timeout here. Has all these shields at disposal. Jam is just not able to catch her. Ooh, gonna catch a bit there. Gold shield gone. Jam has no more meter left. Triple's gonna throw out a meter. 5 seconds remain. Can they do something? Gonna get a bit hit. It's gonna take the lead. And Jam is going to win in a timeout. Wow. Final 5 seconds. And Jam is going to win the tournament 3-2. Preventing their first sweep. Unbelievable. Wow, what good games from those players. What a really exciting way to end that tournament. So Jam is going to be the unlikely winner today. Going to take out Triple, and that will do it for us. Wow, what a tournament. What a finals. You don't really get finals in round robin. It's very fun when you do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to be switching to League very soon. Season 13 is about to start, and I will be there shortly. So stick around for that in about 15 minutes. Otherwise, you can check out the VOD later today. I'm going to be exiting here. Thanks for all the games. Hope you guys enjoyed the finals, and I will see you guys all next time. All right, see you guys again soon.